Hello, George here. It's been some time since I made an update, and I want to talk to you really about spiritual processes. Behind me or in front of me, behind you, you can hear sounds of construction. And there's a really a condo going up. I'll take a picture of that later. And when a condo goes up, it takes a certain amount of time. It should take several months, maybe a few years even, for it to go up. Think about the agricultural cycle. It takes the seasons. Seasons have to go before you can, between the time between sowing and reaping the harvest. In sanctification, there is also a process, and spiritual processes are in place. And these processes, don't take in place in the time frame that we normally expect. In the fast-paced world that we live in, we always think about, things happen in hours to days or days to weeks. Spiritual processes take years to decades. And that can be surprising for some. But that should not be discouraging, because although slow, the processes are inevitable. Because it is not you at work, but God at work. I think about maybe 13 or 14 years ago now, when I was first saved. And I was the only one saved in my family, and my family wasn't really keen with this whole Christianity thing at all. That's 13 years ago, but now they're all saved, all baptized, all going to church with me. And my daughter and myself are discipleship group leaders. Is that really how long I should have waited? You think of all those first 5 or 6 years, nothing seems to be happening. And I was so frustrated. For what? And God was always telling me, don't worry, I am in control. Everything is going according to plan. And it was. Everything was going according to plan. In God's plan and in God's timing. And then 13 to 14 years later, the household is saved. The beginnings of the next phase of sanctification can proceed. How we can commit our lives to service. What is the mission that we have? It's becoming increasingly clear to me as God has spoken to me in my quiet time, that the mission that I intend to have is not something I will be doing on my own. It's going to be something, the mission I will have is something to do with my family. We will be doing mission together. Our ministry will be together. And I have no idea what that could be, because at the moment, none of them seem to be keen on any kind of full-time ministry. Although I'm getting to the stage where that is. Maybe they still need to be equipped, or maybe I just have to be patient, and these spiritual processes will take us to the next phase of the development of the Christ likeness of my family. Will take several years, several decades. So don't be discouraged when things seem not to be happening. It could be that things are happening, but at God's timing, at God's pace. And no matter how slow it may seem to us, in God's timing, it is perfect and inevitable. Continue to pray for those of you whom you love. Do not be discouraged. At the end of the day, the future is going to be very, very bright. George, signing off.